Hello from Auntie Dana. We've got a story and a fun St. Patrick's Day craft coming up right now. Our book is The Berenstain Bears, St. Patrick's Day. It's St. Patrick's Day. Join Grizzly Gramps, Papa, and Mama as they go to watch the St. Patrick's Day parade. Right? So I picked this book because if you're not quite sure what St. Patrick's Day is or what people do, this is going to show us. It was in between time in Bear Country, the time between the end of winter and the beginning of spring. The weather couldn't decide whether to be cold and snowy or warm and sunny. Sometimes it was both warm and snowy, with spring flowers poking through patches of snow. Have you seen that? Look at here, those daffodils are trying really hard to, it's spring, when they see the sun. The holidays were in between as well. Valentine's Day was long gone, and Easter had yet to arrive. About this time, March 17th to be exact, Grizzly Gramps and Gran came by the Bears family treehouse. Happy St. Patrick's Day, called Gramps. Brother, sister, and Honey were surprised to see Gramps and Gran in all green with bright colored top hats. Look at that, you can see it too. Why are you dressed like that? Asked Sister. For St. Patrick's Day, of course, said Gran. What's St. Patrick's Day? Asked Brother. Gramps was shocked. Don't you cubs know? You're part of Bearish, he asked. We know we're bears, said Sister, puzzled. That's not what I mean, laughed Gramps. And he explained. Oh, look at that. You can see he's about to tell the story of the relatives in Bearish. To be bearish, said Gramps, means that some of our ancestors came from the island of Bearland across the sea. Bearland is a fair green county called Emerald Isle. That's why we wear green on St. Patrick's Day. Who's St. Patrick? Asked Brother. St. Patrick was important in Bearish history, said Gramps. He brought goodness and faith to Bearland. There's a story that he drove all the snakes from the country. Snakes were thought to be evil, and there are no snakes there to this day. Oh, said Sister, disappointed. She liked snakes. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so there's a picture of the St. Patrick. Come along now, said Gran. We're going to the St. Patrick's Day parade. Everyone in Bear Country who even feels bearish will be there. We brought along green outfits for everyone. Oh, look at how prepared they are. Green. Yeah, it's green around me today too, huh? They were soon dressed in all green, a different look for them. Gramps gave them green clover leaves to wear. What are these? Asked Sister. Shamrocks, said Gramps. They are a symbol of Bearland, and they are said to bring good luck. The luck of the bearish. Nice, said Brother, who didn't mind a little good luck. As they headed for the parade route, the cubs wondered about St. Patrick's Day. Gramps, said Brother, can you tell us more about Bearland? Of course, said Gramps. We'll start with the legend of Leprechaun. Lepra who? Asked Sister. Leprechaun, repeated Gramps. What's that? Asked Brother. Sounds weird. And so it is, agreed Gramps. As they're walking to the parade, and they're hearing about some more history about St. Patrick's Day from Gramps. Leprechauns, Gramps explained as they walked, are magical beings like elves or fairies who live in the woods and vales of Bearland. They are short in stature and given to mischief. They devote themselves to making shoes. Why do they do that? Asked Sister. To pass the time, said Gramps, and went on. There we can see a leprechaun making shoes. Another word for someone who makes shoes is a cobbler. So if you ever hear that. They use their magic to find buried gold and hide it in iron pots. It's said there's a leprechaun's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, if you could find it. Wow, said the cubs, impressed. There we see Leprechaun with a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. The family reached the parade route down Main Street to Beartown. Papa set up folding chairs and they settled down to wait for the parade to start. It was one of those warm and sunny in-between days. There were people sitting on the sidewalks watching for the parade. The cubs relaxed in their chairs, thinking about leprechauns. They began to doze off, and as they dozed, to dream. Oh, their eyes are closed. It's a dreaming clouds coming. Wonder what the dream is. Yeah, they're going to tell us. Sleepily, the cubs opened their eyes, and to their surprise, it seemed they were in a green and pleasant land. It looked like an emerald isle. They were all alone. It was peaceful and serene. Puffy white clouds billowed over the green hills, and a beautiful rainbow appeared. Look at that. That's a huge one. You can see it so clear. It arced, shimmering down to the hills and beyond. Without thinking, the cubs followed the rainbow. There they go. Go, 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 go. Over the hill and far away, maybe. Soon, the cubs heard a sound. Tap, tap, tapping like a little hammer, busy at work. Curiously, they followed it to where the rainbow ended in a ring of boulders. There, the cubs beheld a little figure dressed in all green, tapping at a shoe. Bup, 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 bup. He turned and saw them. Begorra, he said, smiling. Welcome, young'uns, unto my gibbie. We're sister, brother, and honey, said Sister. We're bears. Are you now? He laughed. Tell us, sir, said Brother. Are you a real leprechaun? Well, now, he said with a wink. What do you think I am? And what brought you here, my darlings? Did you follow the rainbow? Everybody explaining. We know they did. Yes, we did, admitted Brother. And I suppose you're expecting to find a pot of gold, said the leprechaun with a chuckle. I guess so, said Sister shyly. And you were right, said the leprechaun, stepping aside and revealing a pot of gold glistening in the rainbow. Help yourselves. Oh. Scarcely able to believe their luck, the cubs dug into the gold and filled their pockets. Who wouldn't, right? Wake up, someone was saying. It was Grizzly Gran. You're missing the parade. The cubs sat up, rubbing their eyes. The pot of gold, the leprechaun, and the Emerald Isle disappeared. They were sitting in their folding chairs on Main Street in Beartown. But somehow, something seemed different. There's Gran waking them up to watch the parade. Something seemed different. The St. Patrick's Day parade was indeed getting started. It was a sight to behold. There were marching bands and bearish dancers. There were pipers piping and harpers harping. Mayor and Mrs. Honeypot drove by in their long lavender limousine. The whole Beartown police and fire departments came marching along. Oh, and look at the Irish dancers too. Eh? The parade wound up with a troop of bears dressed as leprechauns, each carrying a pot of gold. And so they are. As the bear family packed up their things and started for home, the cubs thought back to their vision of the Emerald Isle and the leprechaun's pot of gold. Had it really been just a dream? Then Honey thought she caught a glimpse of something. A little figure dressed in green hopping behind a boulder. And she thought she heard a soft chuckle. You see, soft chuckle. Could it be? Bagora, who can tell? Oh my goodness, look you guys, right there. This is what she saw. And I think that looks like, let's double check. Looks like the shoe of the leprechaun, doesn't it? Let's go back and find him and make sure. Leprechaun shoe. Yep, look at that. It ended up being kind of real. That's, wow. That's a surprise to me. Now, what do you think? You want to be a leprechaun too? This art uses a paper plate and a straw with some tape. And these are squished up pieces of orange tissue paper. And then we have construction paper, top hat with construction paper black, yellow, and a sticker. All right, I'll show you how to do this. I'll move our easel closer. There we go. Hi. Okay, so we're going to start out with the plate. And we need to cut the center out. You can see here, so our face shows, right? See? No face. Okay, so you might need a grown-up to help with this part again, because it needs a poke to start it off. Yeah. We're just going to cut the center in a circle as best as we can. I'm going to switch over to the kids' safety scissors. They're smaller. They work a little bit easier and faster sometimes. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can think about some kind of leprechaun or Irish shenanigan joke. Okay. Why do people wear shamrocks? This is a shamrock on St. Patrick's Day. Because real rocks are too heavy. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Okay. Shamrocks. And look at that. We've got the first part. Hello. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw and cut out the hat. The leprechaun hat. Okay. So we know we want it about this wide. Okay. Can you see that there? Okay. So what I did, I put the plate here and then I traced how wide we would like it because you want it to fit over the top of the plate. Okay. So then, okay. See how that shape is? Okay, so it comes here and then up for the top hat, down, okay, and then more to the sides. Okay, so when I'm cutting it, I can get it to the correct shape. All right. So, next joke, shenanigan joke, What kind of bow can't be tied? A rainbow, right? The rainbow with the pot of gold. A rainbow can't be tied, but other bows and things really can. Okay, let's get this almost done. All right, and knock knock. Who's there? Warn. Warn who? Warn any green today? Who knew that somebody's name can be part of a joke like that, huh? I didn't until I read it. Hey, we're almost done. So make that a little bit shorter, and that. Okay, that is gonna do it. And then we're gonna make a buckle. A buckle to chuckle. Okay, so, oh, first of all, okay, we're gonna, so our hat is here. Okay, oh, I wish I had a way to keep it there, but that's okay. We're going for, see that black part? The black part of the hat. That's what makes it a top hat, right? A little bit decorative. So I'm gonna see. Okay, so about that much length. When we measure it up, and I'll show you how I did that. I held my paper to see how long I should be cutting it. I just held it, right? So you can see I don't need the whole piece, but I cut the right size of piece. So we're gonna get glue next. I just love the days of using glue sticks. When I was in school, and do you have that too still? Do they have those little containers of runny glue and it, because I've done that. It's not fun, right? So the our black part of the top hat, we're gonna sit in here. You can see me putting the glue right above this line, and fit it in there. Okay, and now we're gonna cut it down just a little bit so it fits right on there like a real hat would. Yeah. Okay, look at it. It's looking like a hat already. Okay, the next thing is the buckle, and the buckle is going to be yellow or thereabouts. Let's see. We could also make it orange, you know. Let's go ahead and do that. Just rip a piece off. And then we want to have a square about maybe half that size. So let's go ahead and we'll just cut a square. That's pretty easy, right? Because you're just going like this. Right here, you already have a square piece of paper, and you're just cutting at the top, making your own little smaller square. Okay, 1, 2 cuts, that's it. Okay, and we do need to make it look like, can you see how it's open here, right? So that it's more like a buckle. So we just need to give a little poke again with the grown-up scissors. Just make sure your finger's not behind there. See? And then just poke it through. Because the child scissors don't have pokey on them, right? They're nice and not too sharp. Right? Gotta keep kids safe. That's what aunties do best. Yeah. Oh, I think there's another joke coming up. Okay. Why do leprechauns dislike running? Because they'd rather jig than jog. Right? So the Irish jig as they play with bagpipes? Yeah. It's the Irish jig, and they dance to it. Okay, guess what is happening next? We're gonna glue this. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love how it looks like a top hat already. So we're just going to put, you just need a little bit, a few dabs of glue onto the orange buckle piece. All right. And you can see that, right? Good. Ta-da! We made our leprechaun top hat. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna even it up here. Yeah, so it'll fit on the plate better. There. Now it's even. Okay. Do you know, if you have a couple of, I have a whole bunch, but St. Patrick's Day stickers, and then we can put one, oh, there's so many to choose from. We could put one right in that spot in the hat. What do you think? You think a 4-leaf clover? I think so too. And we found one. And that's going to make it the Irish hat of a leprechaun. Can you see the funny smiling face? Our leprechaun in the story gave a great big wink. And so was our shamrock. Pretty cool, hey? Alrighty, so here's our paper plate, and it's gonna sit like that. There, so we're gonna go ahead and put some glue on so that it can set really well while we're crunching up the tissue paper. Okay, so just some glue on the rim for the hat to stick. Yep, give it a good amount there. Okay. So let's fit this on. It's not too hard to do. Okay, just right to the edges. Already coming along, huh? Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and put glue all around this rim. Okay, because next we're going to be squishing up the tissue paper for red hair and red beard like most leprechauns have. And we're just gonna crunch it up and stick it right on there. Okay, now I'm going to move the camera over a bit. Okay, so just tear up some pieces of tissue paper and they're just gonna stick on and it's gonna stay. We're going to go all the way around. So, a regular piece of nice tissue paper. And, you know, if you don't have orange, I would say use any color, because with your hat and everything, it's still going to look like a leprechaun, right? Leprechaun is like the only character, the only story character that wears a green top hat like that with a shamrock and has this color. Has this color or any color. Alrighty. Yeah. Should just take just a few minutes to get all the way around there. We're just tearing pieces and crumple them up. That's easy art to do, hey? We've got the glue there already. Okay. And let's see. Where did the lazy leprechaun find some gold? He did a Google search. Is that kind of like a cheating? But that's why they say lazy, right? Lazy means I don't want to put in the work. I just want it right now. But sometimes it's a good thing to put in the work, right? And you can feel proud of the steps you've taken to get what you want, right? So if a leprechaun was not doing a Google search, what would he be doing? He would be running around looking behind the rocks, behind trees, right? So then that would not be a lazy leprechaun, an active leprechaun. Alrighty, one more piece here. Not so fun, just tear it up. Tear it up, give it a crumple. And it's gonna stick on there because we already put that glue, right? So, yeah. Oh, it's coming along great. Hey, Okay. Do. Ha. Okay. We have one more thing. And that is what you saw on here. How you can hold it up is by putting a piece of tape on the straw. Okay. Here's our straw. And I'm going to get the piece of tape ready. Oh, okay. And I would put it, see how this is, right? It's down here, but I would put it up here because that is going to be more sturdy to hold the plate up, right? Because the plate has some weight now that we've got that tissue paper on it and the leprechaun hat. There, okay. And I'm just gonna do one more piece of tape. You can never be too sure when you want something sturdy. Okie dokie. All right, we're just about done here. Look at that. So I got the tape on the back. Look. And you can be a leprechaun too. Thank you so much for coming to my story. I hope you have a great St. Patrick's Day weekend. I hope you wear green on the 17th. And I will see you again really soon. Thank you so much for coming. Bye now.